Hello, everybody. I'm Roadblock. I'm actually recording this live right now for my audience. I told you guys I'd be streaming today, and so I thought I would record my daily video while also streaming. I'm probably not still streaming by the time you see this, but it doesn't hurt to check. But what I wanted to talk about was kind of a mistake I made yesterday. I just was rewatching my video on stream here from yesterday. Guys, I'm so wrong about this champion. Uh Obviously I told you I'm not a fan, right? Like I don't need her on the free to play, don't need her on the main account. Still stand by everything I said was accurate, but for whatever reason, so I kind of know why this happened. Despite the fact that I read this on camera, 75% chance of placing sleep debuff, or sorry, 75% chance of placing decreased speed debuff and 50% decreased attack on the target for 2 turns, despite the fact that I read that it was a single target ability. Because she was a legendary champion, I outright assumed this was an AoE decreased speed. And it's not. That blows my mind that this is not an AoE ability. I don't understand it at all. It's kind of upsetting. This is something I would expect to see on a rare champion's kit. The single target decrease speed and decrease attack. I get that she's supposed to be a niche champion for Sand Devil, but most of us are beating Sand Devil using Godseeker and some kind of DPS. I don't see a world where like if you want to make an anti Sand Devil champion, I feel like you're looking at like somebody along the lines of Claydna here with revive on death, decrease speed, leech, double buffs, and sleep on the A1. This champion ain't it. And I was kind of saying like, okay, she could be kind of good. She might be able cuz in my brain it's so dumb for a legendary champion to have a single target decrease speed and decrease attack. That makes no sense to me to put that on a legendary champion. And so I just assumed that this would be an AoE hit. The fact that it's single target drastically reduces my grade for her and what I was thinking about her. I was so wrong about her because I'm sitting there trying to find value. I'm trying to spin it and say, well, she could be good because I don't have decreased attack or decreased speed. She has decreased attack, which could be good. But on a single target, I don't think she's going to carry much. She could be good in Clan Boss, though. I will say that. You are getting the decreased attack. It's affinity dependent, of course, and you get the healing. So you do get good healing and a good decreased attack on 100% chance on a 3-turn cooldown when booked. So not terrible. And then this can actually kind of be okay-ish against Clan Boss, but nah, there's better champions for that anyways. So this is that I legitimately just, despite reading it, assumed that this would be an AoE attack because it doesn't make any sense for it not to be. There's just too many, like, to introduce this type of champion in 2024. Bro, what are they doing? Like, it feels like they don't even know. I had this debate with somebody, and I think it was a comment that I had on one of my videos where they said that Raid it was about Rosin, and that Raid knows the power of their champions better than we think they do. I don't think that they do. Somebody somewhere said, "Oh, this champion will be a great champion to help out as a free, like people are going to be excited." This is these you understand what these events are for. These events, these free legendaries are to get people to come back. People stop playing. Not me, obviously. I've been playing this game consistently for 2 years now. I love it. I play it all the time. I'm excited about it. These champions, the free ones, are intended to get people to come back. That's why they put a lot of hype around them, right? Ronda Rousey was a free champion, right? That was a lot of hype. That was really cool, dude. She's famous. Like, we have a famous person in our game. Ultimate Death Knight, they did a whole web series about. He was interacting with the content creators and all that. Sun Wukong maybe didn't get as much hype, but he kind of did. There was like the mystery of who the champion would be and everything, right? If you remember, they were sending little pieces of the kit to different content creators, and they got together to try and solve the puzzle. They were wrong, but they tried. But on top of that, the reason I think if I remember correctly, I could be wrong, but they went with Sun Wukong because they were opening this game up in Asian markets. I think in China, I think they finally came to an agreement where they could support this game in China. If I understand correctly, it's actually like not the same game we play, like because of the rules that they have in China for games and stuff. But that was kind of why Sun Wukong was the theme for that particular time. And then Rathalos was all around this big collaboration that they were doing with Monster Hunter. These champions are meant to be impactful, and in some cases they have been. Ultimate Death Knight really changed the game. Rhonda brought some unique mechanics, and she was a great PvP nuker for beginner accounts early on. Sun Wukong is still very dominant in the arena. Rathalos is very good in PvE, even a little bit in PvP. So, these champions did a lot for the game. Chronicler Adolin ain't doing shit. I tried to give it the benefit of the doubt because I was under the impression that this was an AoE attack. This being a single target A3, it's actually upsetting to me. Like, it makes me, I don't want to say angry, but it's just frustrated. Like how do you not know that this is a bad ability in 2024? So, I don't know. Anyways, I feel bad because I did not want this to be like a bait and switch, like where I tried to find value and say, oh, maybe she'll be good in this scenario. I legitimately looked at the kit and was like, okay, a heal by her HP, that's a good heal. Okay, there's a little bit of value there for a new account. Like, let's think free-to-play challenge, right? If I was to start the free-to-play challenge today and I would get Adolin in 7 days from now, I'd have a healer that heals by her HP, and I can throw a bunch of max HP gear on her. Even at 50, she's going to be out healing she'll be healing up all my champions, right? Like, that's good. There is value there for a new account. But this being a single target, that completely negates the value that I see for her for wave clear, early game, arena. You're getting less value there because you're only getting one target slowed and decreasing their attack. Clan boss, it's not bad, and certain bosses, it's not bad, but yeah, very, very disappointing to when I realized that how wrong I was. And I didn't realize it until I was at work today. I was like reading a comment, and somebody said in the comments, they didn't call me out. Apparently nobody noticed that I was referring to this as an AoE, but they commented and they're like, yeah, if it was an AoE, I think it would be good. I wish it was. And I was like, it is an AoE. What's he talking about? And I immediately pulled up Raid on my phone. And I was like, it's a single target hit? And I just, ugh. Anyways. So I kind of wanted to make sure I called myself out, make sure I held myself accountable to giving you guys the accurate information. I went back and rewatched the video. I did it on stream here a second ago just to make sure that I didn't, or that I did say that it was an AoE. And I was sitting here comparing her to all the champions on my account that had AoE decreased speed. There was one that had it. Who was it that had the big version of AoE decreased speed? Was it Dark Elhane? Yeah, Dark Elhane. This is an epic champion. You know what I'm saying? Like that. Or no, it was Neldor too. Yeah, so Neldor attacks all enemies and brings decreased speed. Again, an epic champion, and we have a legendary that can only do it to a single target. Um, on a 3-turn cooldown. Yeah, just really, really disappointing. So, um, don't. I had somebody in my clan say they were excited to get her because they don't have any supports. Look, you want to build her, you want to level her up to 6 stars, fine. But be careful. I don't recommend putting books into her. She likes to read. She's very book heavy. And I think it's a waste of books because reducing this cooldown and this ability sucks. Maybe you reduce this, but a 4-turn big heal isn't all that bad. Rector Drath, I think, even booked is on a 4-turn. I could be wrong about that. I'm investigating right now. Yeah, so Rector Draft even booked is on a 4-turn cooldown, and we love this heal. So, granted, it brings Perfect Veil, but leaving that heal as a 4-turn cooldown is perfectly fine. I would not invest books in this champion. I don't know if the demand is high enough for her to get a buff. I know that the demand is out there. I just don't know that they will care enough about it, being that she's a free champion and that people will kind of get over it because there's no reason to get mad about it, right? So, anyways, there's that. So I wanted to address that. The other thing, really, that it's going to be a short video because I am streaming and I want the focus to be on my stream here, so I don't really want to go too far into what's going on the account. There isn't really any update. I've just been using my energy, kind of going at it piece by piece. So, tomorrow I'm off work, so during the day I'm gonna get to work in the game and build that clan boss team finally with Godseeker. See how well that performs, and I will hopefully have a video on that for you guys tomorrow. So I'm going to call this video. Like I said, it's a short one. I just had to call myself out and say, hey, I was wrong. This is why. And make sure that I kind of was honest with you guys. I didn't want to just ignore it and be like, maybe nobody will notice. It's like, no, I'm an idiot. I completely thought it was an AoE ability. The fact that it's not kind of makes the champion irredeemable for me. So that's instant vault candy for me. Like, it's just get her. She going in the vault, both accounts. I can't see myself using her at all. So, thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you on the next video.